Hi, beautiful souls. Feeling stupid? Have you ever felt stupid? Guess what? It's not your fault. And by the end of this video, you're going to see exactly how you have been brainwashed to believe that well, you can't do it. You're not good enough. You didn't pass the test. Here's why. We're told we use 5% of our brains. That's not true. They created a system. Stay with me. This is so interesting. They created a system. Sit in your seat, stay at your desk, don't ask stupid questions, or you can go to the office. You want to get into trouble? Don't follow the leader. Get into line. Isn't that interesting? And then we have to do tests, and you're told that you're dumb because you didn't pass a certain test. And how, okay, well, so there's another way, but let's reflect on, I came across an analogy one time about, and I forget who wrote it, I wish I could give credit. All animals, imagine if all of the animals were in school, and so you've got like a duck and a fish and all these different animals, and you in the school now. Okay, everybody climb a tree. Oh really? Everybody's gonna climb a tree now? That poor fish is feeling so stupid. That's what they did to us. And it was almost like, upon reflection, if just to figure out who were going to be the best workers, and if not, how could we put them into the category of needing mental health help. Isn't that something that this all then okay, then we're forget, what did I put here? Okay, ADHD in the classroom. ADD. Okay, I watched it all start to develop, and I was like, but wait, no, those are my most magical children. They have the most incredible imaginations, and I'm sorry if they can't sit still and learn the ABCs like that, but I just felt like I'm not going to hinder that. I'm just going to change the way that I teach them. So I would put ABCs on pieces of paper all over the floor, and I'd be like, go and jump on the H, you know? Well, that was effective. It was, and here's the thing, I feel like children don't fail to learn, teachers fail to teach, because, and that's why I did not become a teacher, because I knew that the curriculum was going to make me focus on teaching, and it just didn't feel right. And I knew I wanted to help the 5 kids back in the days, to say those 5 kids that are going to need me because they're going to be told that they have behaviors or they're stupid. I don't want them to feel that way. Now it's every kid in the class because of the way things are, and it's not fair. And it's not fair to the teachers either. I'm not going to judge it, but the system, that's hard on them, and then they got to tough it out because they feel like, that's your career, you're in it for life, and even if things change and it's not fun anymore, and it's not serving the children, it becomes difficult, really difficult. And they still are there because they love those children for sure, but this is, anyways. So now that's why we're feeling stupid also, because now we have teachers who maybe are not recognizing that every child is going to forget what you did. They're going to forget what you said, but they're never going to forget how you made them feel. And I just think that's just so important that we pay attention to how we make children feel, especially when they're going through school, because this is going to make them feel really smart about themselves or really stupid. Like, let's be real. Even as a teacher, can't you reflect? If you're a teacher, reflect. You have that one teacher that made you feel something back in the day. Like, please, every day be very conscious of how you're making the children feel, because this all plays a role here. Because today, if we had, and I ask the teachers this, today I say this, Okay, please be careful not to fall into the whole, oh, I'm got to diagnose this kid, and this kid is this kind of operational defiance, and this kid has that. No, there was a doctor who was getting into trouble for saying that ADD was actually adventure deficit disorder. Perfect. I agree. It is exactly that. And you know what? We have to recognize that this has all been played out for a reason. Okay, so it's not your fault, but you have to know you're not stupid, because if Einstein was here today, what would he be diagnosed? And let's go back to the 5% they say we're using of our brain. Yeah, in school, we're taught to maybe only use 5% of our brain, because the Einsteins and the guys who developed the planes and the light bulb and the sewing machine and the, hello, none of them, I'm sorry, went to school. They were busy figuring out how to use their brain. Like, really, let's reflect. Doesn't that make sense? Of course, that's what happened. Oh, dear goodness. Oh, if Einstein was here today, we use so much more of our brains than we can use so much more of our brains than we even know, because we were clearly never taught. Sit down, listen, do your work. And we all know that that doesn't serve us anymore. Not one person on the planet, I think, is in a position, unless you love what you do as a job and you're comfortable. It's just something different now. We have to believe in our ability and know that we're so much smarter than we have ever been given credit for. We are so much smarter than we were ever told. Our brains, if you think about it, are the most magical mainframe computer that has ever existed in existence. And I think that that's even what they try, of course, even like think about the AI, they're trying to replicate this mainframe computer. So please know that you want to keep control of it, and that you want to take your power back, and that you want to know with all of your heart that you're not stupid. You were never stupid, that the system was stupid and it broke you. Don't let it break you. And here's the thing, it made me think of like Humpty Dumpty. It fell down and, couldn't put him back together again. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put him back together again. Isn't the system trying to manipulate everybody into making you think, oh, you're broken, but we can fix you? And the truth is, no, I'm sorry, all the king's horses and the king's men can't help you. You need to put yourself back together. And I hope you do it in a way like the Chinese philosophy, where they'll take a broken dish and they'll put it back together with gold sealant in it to make it just better than it was before, to represent that you can be broken but put back together better than you ever were before, and that you hold pride in your scar, that it shows, look what I've been through and look how I came back together. And you didn't need any king's horses or men to guide you on how to do that. Take your power back. It's time for us to completely shift, recognize what has been done, accept it, see it so clearly now that you get a fire in you that goes, oh, I'm going to do everything I can to tap into this mainframe that I do have, and know that when I learn how to really use it, anything is possible, because it's far more than 5%. Think about all of the incredible creators and inventors, and think about what would the agenda be to suppress that. Why wouldn't they want anyone to be an inventor of the next plane or the what? Because they want to be the ones to find somebody who does that, pay them $1 million, and then manipulate all of us so that none of us ever believe that it's possible to truly do anything great, and that we stay suppressant and slaves to the industry, because that works for them but not us. And we just need to know that we all got an Einstein inside of us. You got an Einstein right inside of your heart. The God source, creation source. We're as divine as the sun shining in these trees. Everything is magical. if you really start to become aware and let go of believing in any way, shape, or form that you're stupid, because you are brilliant, magnificent, and you have all of the answers within you. There is nothing holding you back except for that false belief. So break it. I hope that something that I share resonates, that you're feeling empowered. I ask that you subscribe, leave a comment or a question. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, this is so incredible. I thank you, because I like to see who's not a goldfish anymore, who can actually stay connected and hear a whole message. And if you did put, I made it to the end. I got this. We got this. Much love.